Toss it at a distance from a 360.
Hey girls, just getting online here. Thanks for joining me today. Let me get my windows lined up here. And mute so I don't hear myself. Hey guys, Rain, Pamela, Jean, Lizard, what's your name? Okay, I think I'm about to go. I just lost my own picture. So, hoping I'm back up here in a minute. Can you guys see me? I have a little swirling circle in the middle of my black screen on Ustream. I think she's bringing lunch for everybody. Okay. Okay, it must just be me on my side here that I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing anything here. You know what? I'm going to refresh this before I get started and see if it comes back. And if it doesn't, I'll just have to go by my camera and hope for the best. All right, almost there. Oh, an ad. Don't you love the ads? I know I do. Anyway, well, let's get started. The hell with it. So, as most of you probably know, I got published in my favorite Cloth, Paper, Scissors. And I just noticed, once I got it, it's the 10th anniversary issue. So that's kind of cool. I love it. So my article's in there. And at the end of the article, I made mention to doing some videos to do a live demo of this. I think as artists, we're mostly visual learners. And when I read something in these magazines, if I really, really, really am dying to try it, I'll sit down and try it. But honestly, it's rare. But if I see something on YouTube, I'm apt to go get elbow deep in it pretty quick. So I decided, what the hell, I do YouTube and Ustreams anyway. Why not line one up? So the bit.ly link is at the end of the article. That links everybody back to YouTube to follow the videos. I did an intro and supply list video, and then it's 3 parts after that to do the process. And this is what we ended up with at the end of that set of videos. And I think what I'm going to do today is finish this, and then I'm going to give it away. And if somebody has a brilliant idea of how it's fair to give it away, speak up. I always hate this part. I like giving stuff away, but hate the picking. But anyway, when I finished this in the last series, I just did one signature. So I thought today we would finish this book. And in honor today, you all know, I'm sure, my relationship with iStencils. I have my line of stencils there. And Sherry at iStencils, who was ever so generous, has decided that to celebrate my article in Cloth, Paper, Scissors, she's giving all my viewers and followers and subscribers, whatever you want to call you guys, and whoever sees this on Facebook, to have a sale on stencils. There it is. There's your code. CPS20, Cloth, Paper, Scissors 20, for 20% off your entire purchase for all. They have over 3,000 designs. So trust me, you can find something that you like. I still haven't come up. My screen's still spinning like here, so I can't see anything. Kind of flying blind. But so anyway, CPS20 will get you 20% off your entire iSelections purchase, not just my stencils, but whatever you buy in your cart. The sale's valid starting today through Wednesday the 5th. So you've got, what's that, 5 days of sale. And with this offer, you'll get a free exclusive, one of my new designs, on any order over $25. And that $25 is before your discount. And this is the new stencil. Woo, cat got my tongue. You'll get an 8x10 free. And this I'm calling Dots and Dashes. And it's really a great stencil to add a little bit of texture and that pop of black that I like. And I'll be demoing that soon. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and get started making some more jelly prints. Now, I do have a stack of jelly prints. Maybe, I don't know, what's that? 2 feet high. But I thought I'd just do some more with my stencils and the new one and all that. So let's get this stuff out of the way and have at it. So these are the books that were in the article. They finally came back to me. Yay, love them. And let's get those out of the way. Oh, she sent me a couple of these. So, again, CPS20. 20% off and a free exclusive stencil of mine if you order $25 or more before discount. Groovy? All right, I'll keep showing that for people who join a little bit later. And I have enabled links. Yeah, Lizard, that poppy stencil, I've gotten a lot of comments about that. People really like that stencil. I would like to add it to the line and make it for sale for people. But I don't know that that's really fair to the ones who bought just to get that exclusively. You know, that's kind of a fine line of, don't want to make anybody, you know, say, oh, it's exclusive, and then, oops, it's for sale for everybody. So it'll just maybe be brought back at a later date for another exclusive sometime. I don't know. Anyway, with no further ado, let's start cracking on some stencils and some jelly printing. I'm going to try some of these new paints that I got. I was at, and it was in a class, and I saw some girl using this color, and I thought, that's a lovely color. It's Jo Sonia Chroma's Jo Sonia background colors, and this one's called Raindrop. I got it at Dick Blick, and it's a really cool muted turquoise. Like most of the turquoise colors that I like are like cobalt teal and those bright turquoises, which I do love. But this one has like a peaceful serenity to it. If you guys saw the abstract canvas I did in Jody's class, thanks, Eileen. If you saw that, I had used this color and on that canvas. I'll pull it over here in a minute. It's just on the other side of the room. But I really liked how that came out. So let's see how I like it on a print. All right, let's throw something down here. Oops. Off center. Way to start out. Oh, is it Raindrop? Well, then this color was maybe made for you. It's a real soft, serene kind of a color. Soothing. So there it is on one of these. Mixed it with a little bit of the green. And these are called, what the hell do they call those? It was a series. Potting Shed. I think they were a Potting Shed series is how they're listed on Dick Blick. And it's a 6-ounce bottle. Not like the small little craft bottles. It's 6 inches. So that's pretty good. All right, let me see if I can, all discombobulated here. How is it possible I need even more room than I have? I just need to get cleaned up again. I've been running around like crazy. I know, Jean, it's been nutso. I've honestly not been feeling very well all summer long. and had issues that nothing resulted seriously, but they did some serious tests to rule stuff out with scans and biopsies and scopes and all kind of stuff, and still kicking. Didn't find anything, which I guess is good, but whew, had a few rough months there. Actually, I don't feel great yet, but. And then in 1st of October, I went to Art and Soul to Virginia Beach. Then I came home and I went away for a day with my friend Donna Walsh to a place over in Y River, Mosaic and Craft Place, that if you remember Aileen from Aileen's Tacky Glue, one of her daughters owns. And we went over to see her. It's kind of pretty. I like it. And then I went to Ocracoke for the Remy retreats, and I'm telling you guys, if you want to do an art retreat that is a retreat, Remy, R-E-M-E. It's Jody Old, Jean Skipper, and Penny Arrowwood in Ocracoke. Really, really cool. Fun time. Long drive, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Here's another one of the potting soil colors. I'll do a few of these with these new colors I've been wanting to play with. This one's called Wild Grape. And let's use this with that one. What is this? Still Water. Thanks, Jean. Me too. Whew. These are a little more drab than my normal color palette, honestly, but I do like them. Yep. I don't know why I think that's upside down. You can put it anywhere. Did you guys see, do you know CC for Creations by CC? Or watch her videos on YouTube? She did. I sent her, Sherry sent her some stencils, and she did a project on YouTube and blogged about them. Really cool project she did. 2 canvases together. That she made like this abstract futuristic cityscape. Was really cool. Yeah, Susan, did you see that? It was awesome. Yep, CPS20. Thanks, guys. That's the code. It's so funny when she looked at that stencil, which is similar to this one. Oh, no, I do like that together. That's kind of cool colors. She saw buildings instead of Pac-Man. And so that was, I love that she saw something else. And I mean, it was really awesome that she made. And did you see Lizzie Werman? Do you guys know Lizzie? Lizzie, L-I-Z-Z-Y, W-U-R-R-M-A-N. She's in Chile, South America. We sent her some stencils and she did awesome projects. And Tiffany Goff Smith on YouTube, she's been doing some projects for me with the stencils. And Paula Phillips, Journal Artista, has hers in hand and she's going to be streaming with them soon. And I don't think I'm going to be able to join her stream. I think I'm going to be in Florida. Which Eileen? You're the Eileen that's in Boca, right? A little dusting there. This cleanup print here will be pretty cool. Oh yeah, Lizzie's awesome. She creates, I think, for Lindsay Stamp Gang. Yes, Eileen. Let's try it again, shall we? Did you, let's see, let me put my email address up here for you. There's my email address, Eileen, and get in touch with me and we'll exchange mobile numbers and see what the hell we can do here. Maybe this year. I leave Thursday and come back the following Thursday. Hang on, I just totally lost my page here. What the hell? There we go. I still don't have a picture on YouTube. I mean on Ustream on my browser. It's just spinning away. Let me try again. Refreshing. Hey, Lou Jean. CPS20 is the code, you guys, for the sale. CPS20, 20% off the entire iStencils website, over 3,000 designs, valid through Wednesday, the 5th. And an order of $25 before discount, you get a new free exclusive stencil, which is this one. Kind of dots and dashes. Good Papa Black stencil. Oh, no, I got my picture. Okay. Lordy. Pay attention. I'll have my stencil sticking to my paper and getting all smushed up. I think these are really cool, the way that looks stacked up like that, when you picture them using them in a journal. Because I figure you're going to fold this page over, and you got all these journaling spots, like, automatically right there. I like it. Of course, I'm kind of easy, so... Not sure you want to gauge anything on my opinion. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Alright, let's do something. Got myself buried. I really need to clean up. Between packing from one retreat, coming back, unpacking, repacking, and still not completely unpacked. A little bit of a wreck down here, I gotta tell you. Okay, what do we want to do on here? Let's do something green for Jean. A little bit of that. Let's go a little PBO green, a little something shimmery. I like that muted palette for a time, but then I get bored. need a little pop of something. Whoop. This one is another potting shed color called Vines. Hey, Bliss. Thanks for joining. I don't know how everybody's weather is, but it got kind of chilly here overnight. We might get even a little bit of snow, just a dust, not a dusting, but just a flurry, which for us, for this time of year, is very rare. The light green. This one? This is Amsterdam olive green. I don't know if you can read that or not. These webcams don't have a very good zoom. Yeah, this one, this light, this is PBO. This is a PBO Studio Dyna color, and it's an iridescent acrylic called Green Yellow. And watch what this does when I pick this up on the paper. If you like that light green, you're going to like it even more when you see what it does. Alaska, and you're still waiting. Wow. Yeah, Virginia Beach, you get that damp air off the ocean. 84. Where are you, Lizard? Now, you know what's really weird? This didn't pick up a whole lot of the shimmer of the PBO. You can see a little bit up top here. See that little glint? There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Oop. I want all these prints double-sided, so I'm going back to grab some of the ones that I had. Oh, Lou Jean, you're near my buddy Napa Jim. relatively speaking. I know that's a huge area. He may join us today. Just that little bit of a shadow, but see those little pops of that iridescent on there? Yummy. Great for a background. And now clean this one up. Oh, look how that picked up all those arches from that other design. You guys see that in there? I love that about the jelly plate, how it picks up stuff that you thought you left way behind. But it's still there. I'm going to use this as my little scrap piece and get some of that little bits off of there that's kind of clumpy. I'm not going to exactly clean it yet. It was PBO. Okay, anybody joined recently? Here's the sale coupon code, CPS20, for everything on the iStencils.com website, which is where you'll find my stencils and all the ones that I'm demoing now. And with a purchase of $25 before discount, you'll get the free exclusive stencil, which is this new dots and dashes design, which is perfect for a little pop of black that I'll be showing you in just a minute. So, let me see what I got here. Alright, let's do some purples again. Use this little bit of this drab, what is this? Wild Grape is another Jo Sonja color. It actually looks brighter on screen than it looks in person. It's a little more muted than what I'm seeing on my screen anyway. Whoop. A little bit of that purple, and let's throw a little bit of this in. That's really mattifying and muting the other brighter colors I put on there. Oops, gonna knock my tea over before I drink it. Alright, let me dig down in here. You know what? This stencil is really cool if you just print it in black, and then you have all these white journaling spots just left for you right behind. Kind of cool. Alright, let's get crazy, shall we? Let's double up on something here and see what we get. It may work, it may not, but like I say, it's a piece of paper. What's the worst that can happen? Now I'll add a pop of black to this, and that'll come out looking extra cool. Trust me. I'm going to pick up the ghost on this other ghost. Alright. A little bit of a dusting there. That doesn't look like much right there, but that pop of black will bring that one back from the brink. Clean up. Thanks, Bliss. Yeah, I like purple and green's usually one of my favorites. If it's not teal and purple, then purple and green I like together. Clean off my stencil. That's as much as they get cleaned off too. And then there's the reverse of that. And I'm going to use my little cleanup mop-up sheet here to get some of those bits off of there. It's going to make a cool envelope and note card. Hey Dorothy! Glad you could join. Here's the code. CPS20, 20% off the entire website. And a free exclusive new stencil of mine called Dots and Dashes. It's this one with a $25 purchase. So, I don't know if you guys do like I do when I shop there. I get my cart loaded up with everything that I like because the site is so big and it's got so much stuff on there that I don't want to lose track of where I saw one I liked, so I throw everything in my cart and then go back and sort through my cart to see what I'm really going to get. Let's do something different. Let's do something orangey. Little PBO orange in there. Yep, that works worldwide, Dorothy. They ship everywhere on the planet. You will be good to go. Oh, you got a new baby in the family? That's fun. Oh, look at you, happy orange. Oh, what do you know? A clean stencil. This one is Morning Infinity. Apparently I haven't used this little rascal yet. We're going to get it all painted up now. Let's see. Let's put this over this green. Let's see what happens there. You know, I never used to be a big fan of orange, Sandy. But for some reason, in the last year or so, I can't wear it. I look like some kind of crazy person if I wear orange. I get too much red in my skin. Now, back in the days when I used to be outside and get tanned, I could pull it off. That's kind of cool. That paint's kind of thick on that orange. I'm going to set that to the side. Let's see, what else do I have here that I can put that on maybe. Let's try the ghost over top of this and see what happens. These holes are kind of small in the stencil, so I'm trying to go in the direction of the holes to talk that paper into sneaking down into those holes and kissing that paint off of the plate. What a romantic description. A little ghost over top of that. It's kind of cool. And this cleanup should be pretty cool too. Yep, don't bend it. I like how this stencil, even though it's the same size all the way across, it's like an optical contusion. It looks smaller at the end where it's open and looks like it gets bigger this way if you see it in person anyway. Oh, look at you, yumminess. Oh, that's cool. And that's got, of course, those automatic journaling spots in there. Little PBO shimmer. Orange, cherry red, and steel blue. Like a gray blue, I assume you mean? Huh. I pulled a red out here somewhere. I think a Dina Wakley red. Where the hell are you? There you are. Hey, Jen. Alright, let's throw some red down here. I haven't used the Dina Wakley colors on the plate yet, so we'll see how we roll with that. Let's throw some orange in with that. That's a happy plate, isn't it? Hello. Hello, lover. Alright, I'm going to dig a little deeper over here. Let's do this edgy. If you guys want to know what the name or the number is of the stencils that I'm using, just let me know. I know a lot of you have some of these. I don't want to bore you with the details of the numbering and all that kind of stuff. But if you do need it or want it, just let me know. Yeah, I've got links enabled. You guys share whatever you want to share. I'm good with that. Ooh, that's pretty. Looks like Target. Target. See those little, that shimmer, that orange that's in there with the rad? Hello. Alright, there's not much on here to pick up for a cleanup, so I mean for a ghost, so I'm going to go right to the cleanup and grab this yumminess. Just a teeny bit off of there. And there's the reverse. So this one kind of folded in half. You got a little journaling areas in there already. If you're a journaler, I make these and I'm not even a journaler. I don't journal. I don't know. All right, let's see. Where are we now? Where are we? Let's do... I'm really cramping my style over here on myself. Let's do some of these, some of these. Oh yeah, here we go. Rooting through my stack of stencils here. Let's see what I want to print. There you are, little rascal. It's always the one I'm looking for. It's on the bottom. What is with that? This is the Dina Wakley turquoise. Let's throw a little bit of lime in there. Maybe just a smidge of her black violet. I hope that is not a, no, that's pretty blue. Okay. I wasn't sure what that was going to do, if that was going to give me some mud, but I think it's blue enough that it'll be alright. Phew. I don't know. Getting a little muddy. Time to stop mixing. See what we got here. Not sure I'm liking that. Actually, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. I really like that when I see just little bits of it. It was kind of busy and not my fave, but that's actually really cool. I take it back. I now like it. And I'm going to clean up. There's not much left on there. So I'm going to clean this up. And we'll see if I like this one with the most on it now. Yeah, wasn't that cool? Didn't think I was gonna, but I really do. See, the jelly plate's kind of always a surprise. Now, I was watching the chat and got the stencil all cockeyed up here, but oh well. I'll live. Ooh, that's kind of a hot mess. But it's my hot mess. All right, let's try. Let's see. Let's try something again. Let's try. You know what? Let's do something dark. This is umber. The Dina Wakley umber. But what do I want to put with umber? Umber, lime. Or, you know what? Let's do ruby, just for the hell of it. What's the stencil? Is this the one you mean? Who asked that? Kimberly? Is this the one you mean? This stencil? If this is it, this is... Of course, this one doesn't have the name on it, but it's number 17. It's item number 17 in my line. I think it's, you know what? I don't remember what the hell it's called. This was one of the test ones that didn't come out completely printed with all the information on it. But it's number 17. So if you go to the website for iStencils under Patti Parrish, and just they're in numbered order. You can just look up number 17. And you know what? I am going to do red. I don't know why. Brown and red, that seems kind of funky weird to me, but I don't know. Maybe it'll end up being funky cool weird. Or maybe not. These colors are pretty transparent too, that I'm just noticing. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Since we're using red. You look at all that yummy on there. Oh, I know what I want to show you guys. I know what I want to show you. Something we did in a class in Virginia Beach. Jean, I do that all the time. That's smart to do. Because I end up like, oh, I really like that one. Do I have it? I don't think so. I'm just going to get it. And sure enough, I have it. Well, it scooted a little bit. I got a shadow. But, it's not the worst that could happen. Let's pick this up. Remind me to come back when I get done this mess. And somebody remind me to do alcohol inks with a stencil. Which I didn't even think was possible. But it is extremely cool. Oh, that doesn't look so bad with that color combination. That's what I do, Rain. My girlfriends end up with my duplicates. My mispurchases. Alright, let's get some PBO out here. This is the green blue. It's another PBO iridescent color in green blue, which I love. And let's try a little bit of still water. Ooh! These the bottles are kind of hard, so when you squeeze them, they really can come out of there if you don't watch it. Yeah, if anybody came late to the party, iStencils is celebrating my article in cloth, paper, scissors. So there's the CPS20 code to use on their website starting today until Wednesday. 20% off their entire site, which is over 3,000 stencil designs. But mine are in there. And then the free exclusive stencil of mine. Where are you? It's this design. For any purchase over $25 before your discount. So CPS20, that's good for like 5 days. So, don't miss out. This this Joe Sonia stuff really takes over the palette. Oh, that's way too much paint. What the hell was I thinking? Ooh. And dominates even the PBOs. So they are really muted colors on here. Wow, I'm surprised at how that took over that. Took over everything. Thanks, Eileen. They do. They have great customer service. Sherry is, I mean, how many stencil companies? And I'm not bashing anybody because I buy from everybody. I use them all. But I don't remember ever seeing a discount, a sale on stencils like this. Hi, Jim. You made it. Wine Country Man is my buddy Napa Jim. Did you have trouble with connectivity, Jim? That's still kind of cool. It's darker than I thought, and I'm going to pull a ghost on that one because I can just tell there's a lot of paint there. No, Janie, Sherry will ship anywhere on the planet, and her shipping's actually very reasonable, even for internationals, which I know you're not international, but yeah, she will definitely ship them to you. That's kind of a snotted up ghost over here, but oh well. It's Halloween, so take whatever ghost I get. Ooh, by the way, speaking of ghosts, we stayed at Ocracoke at the Remy Retreat. We stayed in this really cool, big, historic home on the island. I forget when it was built, a couple hundred years ago. And it's considered a historic home, so they can't make any changes to it other than maintain it. Really cool place. Screen doors all over the place. Big old wood floors. A huge kitchen. But they say it's haunted. Ugh. By the last night, I had my roommate Kim. We were on the buddy system going to the ladies' room together in the middle of the night. I was too spooked to walk down the hallway. But look, see the stencil? Look at the instant journaling options you got right there with nothing else. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this schmutz on here. These big chunks. Let's see. Let's do... Oh, you know what? We'll use this one. Whoops, hello. Oh, Lord. I got stencils all over the place. Hang on. Alright, we'll use this. Oh, thanks, Jim. Yeah, Jim, Pet Pamperer is Lugine. She's a Napa as well. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do a cleanup print on here. I'm looking for my Titan Buff. I'm going to put some Titan Buff on here. And that's Titan, like T-I-T-A-N, Buff. Somebody thought I was saying tight and buff. But it's Titan Buff, which is just barely an off-white color. And I'm going to put this over top all those marks that are on my plate from all these pulls. And I'm going to pull a cleanup print through a stencil. So I get all those designs through the design of the stencil. Capiche? I show you. So here I'm going to use Pac-Man, and I picked this one because it's got big open spaces on it. So I'm going to center this on here to get the biggest advantage of the stuff it's going to pick up. And then I'm going to take my piece of paper, put it down, and instead of just doing a regular print, I'm really going to rub on this. Get down with my fingertips and the old thumb knuckle and really encourage that paper to get in those holes, because now I don't just want to pick up that wet paint. I want to get that wet paint to marry that dry paint and suck all of that off. And that's what's going to give me the design within a design. I show you. Hey, Jane. My neighbor. Thank you on the about the article. Hey, Sam. Really giving it the old elbow grease on here. I believe I'm working myself up into a hot flash, to tell you the truth. Oh, I have to tell you, some of you guys might have seen it. Yeah, Jane, the one she used for her houses. Wasn't that cool? For Cece's canvas. I had a viewer make a remark on one of my YouTube videos. Hope she's not here. Probably not. That said that the next video she watches is going to be on another channel because she doesn't need to hear about my hot flashes. So I very kindly invited her that she's probably right. She should leave and not subscribe to my channel. And told her that, by the way, I'm having a hot flash as I'm writing this. So, had a little smart ass in there, but I couldn't help myself. Like, you know what? Do you really have to take the time? Just go to another channel. No problem, Jim. Go have some good time with your daughter. And you got 5 days to use that coupon code. So, as long as you don't miss out. Yeah, Cece is from Canada. Okay, see what I mean? Jelly beans. See how that picked up all that stuff that was left on my canvas? All I put down was that off-white paint. And we got, you can see the streaks of some of the other designs, the arrow designs, a little flash of PBO here and there that you'd never know was left on the plate. Donna Walsh, what are you doing over there, girl? Get over here. So you pick up all that buildup on the plate. You think there's nothing there, but there's so much stuff there, and that's how you clean it up. So now, all the other stuff underneath the stencil, we can pick up a print with all those designs in that other print. So, let's do the cleanup. Hey Donna, come on over if you want to. Just toot when you arrive and I'll go out and open the garage door. Yes, it is. We lose an hour tonight. Have a great lunch, Jim. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, Dorothy, that screws me up every time because you guys are off and we have an office in London and offices all over the world, really, but a lot in Europe. And when we get that week in between, man, does that schmutz up our meeting requests. Because we usually have people from multiple time zones on one, and some have moved, some haven't, and ugh. So hardly nothing off of there. But you should get the reverse, and we did all the rest of that cleanup on here. Right, so we put that one together with this one, and we have a whole plate of that stuff cleaned up. You dig? Okay. Pushing forward. All right, let's try something. I haven't done this in a while. Let's do something more fun. Where's my copper? Oh, yeah, you got to prep for your show coming up, Donna. What are you working on? Okay, I'm going to do one of, I call it a gradient print. I haven't done this in a while, just to show you guys different stuff, instead of just boring you with jelly print after jelly print. I'm going to use, I love copper and turquoise. So I'm going to use a little bit of copper. This is Golden's Iridescent Fine. Iridescent Copper Fine from Golden. And I'm putting it there for a reason. I want to try to make this gradiate into a different color family. So I'm going to use some PBO on the next strip. Ooh, that's way too much. Holy mama. Okay, and then I'm going to use some Phthalo Turquoise. That's Golden's. Put that down here. And now I'm going to roll this out and try to keep them in their own little areas. There's going to be some overlap, and that's okay. We can go blendy blendy a little bit. All right, clean that off and try to come down here and grab these colors next. A little bit's going to overlap, that's okay. Right? That's way too much paint. Sweet mama. All right, let's go. This one will make an interesting print with this gradient. Ooh, I can see how yummy it's going to be already. Donna doesn't have her own Ustream channel right now, Jean. She streamed with me one time. She could do one, I'm telling you. It's a very talented individual right there. A little crazy, but that's what I like about her. I'm giving this kind of a light pressure because there was a lot of paint on there, and if I put too much pressure on there, it's gonna, it's already doing it. Daggone it. Oh well. I'll show you how I screw up and how I clean it up. Yeah, that's way, see how that puckered up and pulled. Although I believe we call that texture. Do we not? All right, I'm going to grab one of these, grab the back of this ghost, and this should be a decent ghost because there's still a lot of paint in there. But I think my gradient demo just went down the crapper. I'll do another one with not near as much paint. Yeah, not so much. Pet pamperer loves my puckers. For some reason, this copper is what gets cleaned off first, and you'll get that on the first pull, but after that, you get very little. See what I mean? How that copper's got like a big hole in it. But anyway, kind of cool anyway. And let me see what I get up. No, I'm not going to put that on there. Let me find something I'm not too attached to. Let's see what happens. No, that's going to ruin that one. No, let's do it on here. What the hell? It's a piece of paper. Wow, just a little bit of the turquoise popped off on that, which actually added to this print. So that was a little happy accident, but this is going to make a cool cleanup print. But we're not cleaning it up yet. I'm going in again. You little rascal. Let's try this one again. Let's try that one that CC used in case anybody wants that number. Let me see if I can find it. Here's a good one. And here's a good one. Well, I guess I should say they're all good ones, shouldn't I? I have something in mind, though, so that's why I'm saying they're good for the purpose I have in my little pea brain. Where the hell is it? Well, I can find every one but that one. You know it's going to be on the bottom. You just know it. Come on. Oh, how did I miss that one? Oh my. That's a good one. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I got a little dilemma here. My stencils are skidding and sliding everywhere. Oh, yeah, you. And you. Oh, yeah. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Look at these. We could print all day. Stand by. I'm telling you, it'll be on the frickin' bottom. And it, third from the bottom. Sweet Moses. Okay. Lord, Lord, Lord. There's got to be a better way to organize stencils. I tell you, I'm going to be a millionaire if I figure that one out. Hey, okay. Sheesh. All right, I'm going to do this damn one until I get it right. You have to clean up the black car, so nice on black. Oh, okay, Jean. I remember I did that. You had me do that before, and it was pretty good. All right, less paint, less of this. Here's where I really squidged it up with this. That's plenty, 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 plenty. I've done gradients like this before with black and white, so it goes gray in the middle. That was pretty cool. Oh, speaking of gray, I'm going to do some of this graphite gray. Jody Old uses that a lot in her classes, and it's a really cool color. When you look at it in the jar, it looks like lead looks in a pencil. You know how it has that little shimmery kind of element to it? There we go. That's a little more under control for the paint. All right, now let's use this one. This is the one that Cece used. And this is number 19. I think it's called Pac-Man Stacks. All right. I gotta see these felted cards you're making, Donna. I've seen the felted stuff, and that's awesome, but I can't picture it on a card. Is it just on the face of the card, like texture on the top of it? You should, Donna, well, she made cards when we streamed that day, but you should see what this woman does making cards. They're gorgeous. Trying to rub this one pretty good in all these little slotted holes. All right, let's see what we got. There we go. That's a little bit better gradient print. See what I mean? That's kind of cool. And now this cleanup isn't going to be much, but I mean the ghost, rather. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Thanks. I'd like to see them. Picked up a little bit. See those stacks in there? And now the cleanup ought to be pretty good. I think I'm going to switch to doing some little bit of black here and there. Ooh, there you go. Hello, lover. And you can clean this up. On this, maybe? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to clean it up yet. I'm going to wait, like Jean said, and do it on black at the end. So let's do, I haven't used this one much. Let's do something else. Let's go something, what do I want to do? I got to think about layering here. So I want to stop at some point and start putting that book together. Well, I said I wanted to use this gray. So let me do that a while. And where are all my palette knives? I've got paper stacked on my little turn. There we go. Stop. But this, you probably can't see it. But that looks just like the graphite lead in a number 2 pencil. You know, it's got that sheen to it. Let's do that. And let's, what are we going to mix in there? You know what? Let's mix some hot pink in there. Oh, yeah, the alcohol inks. Thanks, Denise. Yes, that is my shirt I'm wiping this on. Due to the hot flashes, I don't like to have layers of aprons, and I have most of my wardrobe is now like this. Look at that little bit of yumminess to use for collage and stuff. I'll save it for you, Donna. She uses all my scraps for her cards. Well, not just her cards, her bookmarks and all kind of stuff she does. Ooh, this might be a hot mess. Ooh, that consistency is weird too. Ooh, not sure about this one. This kind of looks like a similar color that the poppy one came out in. When I mixed that brown and the, yeah, sell my painted up shirts. I went to Create a few years ago and had one on, and Julie Faye Balzer's class, and people were giving me compliments on my shirt. I said, it's a rag. I just use it for a rag, but there were some patterns on it from stamps and stencils and stuff, and Julie had them start making marks on my back and getting it all painted up. Not so hot about that one. Not so hot. Let's just put something. Ghost over ghost. See what happens there. Okay. Now clean up. Donna and I were talking, and we had an idea about making some art smocks. And I think they'd be really cool whenever it is that we get around to it. Oh, look how it picked up all that copper up on that end. See how that kind of sucked all the paint up like a clean-up print? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay. I want to... I think let's... Well, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on. Squirrel. All right. Let me find some paper. Now, I can't remember who sent me this. And my memory is shot, as you guys probably know. But somebody sent me this very generous pad of this Terraskin paper. This stuff is really cool, and I honestly haven't used it until I went to Virginia Beach. And this is similar to Yupo. I think it's made out of like rocks or something. But it works great with alcohol inks. And we were trying to like play with this down there. and see if it would tear. And it does tear a little bit better, but if you can see that, it tears smooth like plastic. It takes a while to get it going, and then it tears. It's got a plastic feel to it. Really slick and smooth. But, keep this piece. Let me take a piece of this. And you can use this kind of stuff or Yupo for this technique I'm going to show you. And let me grab some alcohol inks if I can do that without totally killing myself. Woo, lordy. Okay. All right, I just grabbed a bundle of them with pinks and purples, and they'll work fine. And I'm going to set this aside for a minute, because this is going to have to dry once I do this. So I'm going to do this now, and we'll come back to the jelly plate. Oh, hell, I got to find my alcohol spray bottle. Oh, I wonder where you are. Good Lord. I know I probably put you in a good place. Where the hell would that be? I had that in Virginia Beach, and I've unpacked that bag. Well, maybe I won't be showing you. All right. Entertain yourselves. Give me just a minute. Oh. Seriously? Alright, if I can just find the alcohol, I'm just going to rub it on with my hand instead of worry about spraying it. And we'll see if that works. Where the hell did I put that? I'm telling you, total disaster. Alright. Seriously? Is this alcohol? Yeah, this is alcohol. Ooh, whew. Lordy, here's some in a little spray bottle. I got a tiny bit in here. Hopefully it will work. Alright, so what you do is you pick a stencil that you want to use. Let's use this one. Just for no real reason, actually. But I'm going to use this, the large dangle stencil. So I'm going to spray the paper. Crap. Ah! Donna, would you mind driving over to shoot me? Come on. I'll need another shot of cortisone in my thumb by the time I get that done. Let me see what this is. Is this water? Crap, that's water. Alright, let's pour it out of here. Let's do it the hard way. And then we're going to rub it all around and act like it was sprayed, and look at the paint coming off of my fingers. This is another how not to do the how not to do demo. Okay. Lay your stencil down right on the alcohol. You dig? Okay. Woo, doggies. That's strong. So take your alcohol inks and just start dropping them in there and coloring in the holes. And you'll see it bleed immediately underneath the stencil, and that's all okay. You know, I might have too much alcohol in here because of the way it's resisting. Watch, I'll totally flub this one up, but that's okay. We'll see. I'll take another color. Just randomly putting it wherever, not giving it any thought. Put a little bit of the this? Periwinkle patty alcohol should never be in a spray bottle. It's very bad for your lungs. I think they were trying to kill us in the class. That's what we were doing. Alright, let me get another color in here. That's boring me. Oh, Lord. This is one of the new colors, Mermaid, which I really like. What's this? Pool. I just want to kind of make sure all the lines have some kind of color in the holes of the stencil. And I'm not paying any attention to what happens underneath, because that's part of the effect, really. All right. Oops, I see another little thing sticking out at me over there. Let's see, what's this? These are, hang on, what is Dazzle Caddies by, is that EZ Best? Hang on. No, it just says Best. I don't know if you can see that on there or not. I don't think you can. But they're called Dazzle Caddies. They're made to hold 1 ounce bottles. Like for all the, what are they called? The, crap. The, stickles. Good Lord. It holds all the stickle stuff, is what they were originally made for, but they happen to hold the alcohol inks or anything else that's in one of these little 1 ounce bottles like this. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to leave that. Put this away. Oh, I got out the gold. I was going to put some gold in there, but that's all right. Okay, now I'm just going to move this somewhere, and then remind me to go back and get it in a little while, because I have no memory. That is true. That's not an exaggeration. Okay, I'm going to set that on the side. Maybe 15-20 minutes or so. Somebody give me a poke and I'll go get that. We'll see what's going on. So where's my jelly plate? Have I missed anything? The holders are called Dazzle Caddies. I got those on Blitsy. I had a sale and I got them on there pretty cheap, so I got a bunch of them, but that's what they're called. They're made by Best. Okay, let's get a little papa going. And we'll use this new exclusive one. So anybody that joined the party late, iStencils is doing a sale in celebration of my cloth paper scissors article where I got published this month. And she is generously offering everybody a 20% discount on her entire site, which is over 3,000 designs. So 20% off, and if you buy $25 before discount, you'll get a free exclusive stencil that looks like this. Let's see, Patty, just so you know, I pasted 2 of the file folders together, make jelly mini and it works fine. I must have lost something. I don't follow you there. Picture this. Just so you know, I pasted 2 of the file folders together to make the jelly mini and it works fine. Come back at me with that one. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, hon. Okay, let's get some black going here. I may have missed something on the stream that was pertinent to that, but I'm okay. Here's one of the ones I was telling you that, you know, we picked up a couple little ghost prints on there. It doesn't look like much, but hopefully I'm not wrong. How embarrassing would that be? You add a little pop of black, and it pushes all that stuff into the background. The black kind of becomes the foreground, and it just sort of ties it all together. And we'll see if you agree as soon as I pull this. Here you go. Ooh, I like it. I like that stencil. That's the first time I actually printed with it. So there you go. It kind of pushes all that busy messiness in the background. For the jelly journal, you said use heavy manila folders. Oh, okay. Okay, I remember that. Were you the one that emailed me about that on my Inky Obsessions Facebook page? About gluing 2 thinner folders together to come up with the thickness of a heavier duty file folder is what she's talking about. Now I got you, hon. I got you. That's just going to be a ghost print. So what I've been doing lately when I'm doing my Pop of Blacks, I'm just pulling this up and I'm adding more black. Just a little bit more black because some of it's already there. And go black after black after black print. Let's see what else needs a little pop. That could sure use it. That's kind of cool as it is. Let's put it on this little hot mess. See if we get a less mess but still hot. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad it worked for you. Yeah, she was saying that she didn't have the heavy-duty file folders and was asking me if I thought if she glued 2 of the regular file folders together, would it be sturdy enough? And apparently that worked. There you go. I don't like that print, really. A little bit of an improvement, but the print behind it, not my favorite. Not my favorite, I gotta tell you. This one needs a little help, so let's throw something on that. Let's see, this is getting, you can kind of just flatten this out a little bit. Maybe add just a smidge more. I wish all the colors brayered onto the plate like black does. I don't know what it is about black paint, but that's what it does. This is the free exclusive stencil scrap check. If you buy $25 worth of stencils on iStencils with my coupon code, that's the one that you'll get free. And it's 8.5, or it's 8 by 10. The design is 8 by 10. The stencil itself is actually larger than that. But I designed them so that the design of the stencil would fit on the 8 by 10 plate and on the 6 by 6 plate. But that exclusive one is 8 by 10. There you go. That made that a little bit more interesting, I think. Groovy. Alright, let's see what else we got over here. Might need a little something, something. This one. You need something. I don't know what something, something it is, but you need something, something, something bad. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit more on here, and then I'm going to switch and do a different black stencil, just to mix it up a little bit. Hey, Kim. I am doing some jelly plates right now, jelly prints, and I'm going to finish up the book that I started to make on my demo videos. If you saw those on YouTube, I was published this month in cloth, paper, scissors, and I'm doing YouTube videos. I've already done them. That does a live demo on the on YouTube, and I made this book during the demo, but I only put one signature in it. And now I'm making more prints to put 2 more signatures in it, then I'm going to give it away. But here's the coupon code, CPS for cloth, paper, scissors 20 for 20% off the entire site. And that's good through Wednesday. Ooh, now I like that much better. See what I mean? You must trust me on these things. I am wiser than I look. So now I'm going to do a patina print since I got this kind of going here. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to take this, I'm not going to do a sandwich like I normally do to clean up. I want to do a patina print. So I'm going to take this wet stencil and I'm going to lay it down on a piece of paper and get that paint off the back of that stencil. There's a lot of paint on there. That might be a cool little page to journal on if you want to write little tiny words in there. Fold it over. Kind of like that. So now we got all this schmutz down here. So I'm going to take 2 of my favorite PBO paints. This is what I call a patina print. I don't know. I just did it and that's what I call it. So that's what I'm going with. So this is the Studio Acrylics, PBO, Dynacolor. This one's green, yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of that down here. And a little bit of the green blue. And then I'm going to roll this out lightly because I want the blue and the green to cover the holes that were left in the design and the black to kind of remain. Alright, I'm going to clean off my brayer. And I'm going to go back and pick up just the weight of the brayer going across the page. Pick up some of that excess. You can kind of see what's happening there. It's kind of staying in the holes. Sort of, a little bit maybe. Good enough. And then oh, thank you for watching those. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to join too. The chat's a lot of fun. We usually get some good chatter going and exchange ideas. And I have the links available if you want to post a link. If you have a blog or you know, anything that you'd like to post to share, you're welcome to do that. And on these patina prints, you got to really, because you're kind of doing a cleanup print, so. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, look how much still that copper's coming up off that plate. And you would have thought that would have been gone for a while, wouldn't you? But that's the patina print, because I think it kind of resembles the patina that gets on metal when it gets old. Kind of reminds me of an old iron gate kind of thing. I'll pick up some of this stuff off of here that's still a little bit wet. And do I want to do a couple more pops? Papa. Let me do something else here. Let me grab this. This is kind of a version of my dangle stencil. I call it dangle spheres. I did like little mini dangles in each circle. I'm reading the chat. I haven't had a stroke. I'm still here hanging on. All right, let's go back to the black. Oh, I lost my brayering paper. Not that I specifically need some, but okay. What are we going to put that on? This needs some help. That one's kind of cool by itself, although that would look neat on there. Oh, well, what the hell. It's only a piece of paper. How many times have I said that? This one has some fine lines, so I'm really trying to get the old elbow grease in there. Hey, Donna, are you still on? Just wondering if Bob scared any trick-or-treaters last night. Oh, that story kills me. We actually had more than our standard 3. We probably had maybe 15. But I think those standard 3 invited other families because I think they were the same kids mixed in there. Of course, Dave brings home a bag from Costco of 150 pieces of candy, so I tried to load them up best I could. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's see. I'm going to add a little bit more again. Hey, Dixie. Oop, that was the paint, not me. I could just rare black paint. Yeah, Jean, I think it was I did recognize the 3 that we usually have every year, and the only 3 we usually have every year, and they were in the mix of those other ones. So you know what the hell, I'm going to put this on here. I just read your post, you goofball. Oh my God. Bless his heart. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, look at that. It overlapped with each one of those diamond lines. It just spaced out the same way that it's got a circle over it. Oh, look at you. How much time we got here? 2:30. Okay, I better start getting off the, I better get off the, jelly printing and onto the bookmaking, or it's never going to happen. You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to press this off on here and do another patina print, but I'm going to try something different this time on the patina print. I'm going to try to brayer off some of this black very lightly first. And then I'm going to put some of this and some of this. No, I didn't show. I'm still letting that dry a little bit. Oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. I'm telling you. I'll find it sometime next week and wonder what the hell is this. It'll all be a big new surprise to me. Scary, but that's the way it's starting to roll out. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, that came out different. It's kind of cool texturing, but you kind of lost the dangles design on that print. You can see it in there very faintly, but interesting nonetheless. So I'm going to do a cleanup print and clean this off and then set it aside. And you know what, Jean? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it with metallics. I'm going to let that dry a second. Patty will keep reminding you. Thank you. Jeez. Sad but true. What am I doing? Oh, black. Oh, I'm a netless. I want a piece of black paper. Here. I'll do Jean's metallic pickup on black paper. This does a really, I'm doing this because when you want to do a cleanup print, if you get all this stuff on the plate dry, that'll give you the best results for cleaning it all up. You know what? I think I should use black paint though, right? Hey, Susie. Well, short and quick. Hey, did you get the coupon code? That's the coupon code for the iStencils sale. 20% off everything through Wednesday. CPS, just remember, cloth, paper, scissors for CPS20. And you get a free exclusive with a $25 order. So, didn't want you to miss out on that. Yeah, I'll push it to YouTube afterwards, Susie, so you can catch it there later. Alright, that's going to do it. Now let's put some black down on here. Now you think black paint and black paper, what are you doing, crazy lady? Well, the ingenious Jean, the musical scrapper, told me this. And what's going to happen is it's going to make all the highlights of all those metallics jump out on this black paper. Behold. This is black cardstock over the black paint, over the dry plate that's all schmutzed up. Really giving it the old elbow grease. That's a good technique, Jean. I mean, Eileen, sorry. Alright, I'm going to peek and see how I'm doing. Ooh, not good. Might have had too much paint on there. Yep, too much paint. So here's how not to do it. But you can still see some of the metallics in there. See those little PBO flashes picking up in there? For a background, that's pretty cool. But let me get this up off. Ouch. Up off of here. Jelly plating injury. That you rhyme, Jean, Eileen. And aren't you both green girls? Oops. Still didn't get it all. But look how cool that is that I did get. That'll make a really cool little envelope too. Actually, I might put it in the book. But I don't have a back to it. Maybe I'll use that as... No, I already did the liner. I don't know. So many possibilities. Alright, I am going to sit this aside and I'll clean this mess up later. Uh-oh. Yikes. I knew that was going to happen and I did it anyway. Alright. Give me a little bit of elbow room here. Okay, ooh, wow, if you guys could see this pile of crap I got going on here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw some of this out of my way. Give me a little bit more elbow room. you imagine? This is what I'm dealing with. And now I have an avalanche. Sweet Moses. Alright. Oh, yes. This is what happens in real life, people. That goes in my Golden's drawer. Golden's drawer. Okay, all this other crap goes in my regular acrylic bin. See what I mean? I need some elbow room. Good. Good mother. Almost. And meanwhile, I'm not reading the chat at the moment because I'm all over the place here trying to buy some space. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this over here out of the way, and I'm gonna pile these up and go through here and see if I can find 10 double-sided ones that will make the cut to be put in the book. Lordy. That one's one-sided. Barely double-sided. Double, double, double. Single, single. Double, but that's kind of crappy looking. I'm just sorting these out now. As that's drying, it's getting some really interesting pieces up and through here. If you guys can see that clearly enough like I can see it here. It's starting to look cooler by the minute as it dries. You know, nothing's saying that you can't put in single-sided prints. It'll just give you blank pages on the inside. I do leave some open more than others with less on them. So it's more of a, that one really did come out cool. All those colors in there. I thought it was going to be a hot mess, but I kind of like it. I might put that one in there just because I like it. Alright, let's see what I got here. So I need to make 2 signatures of 5 pages. Oh, let me go get the alcohol ink. Thank you. Woo. I'm telling you. So, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes ago, I was showing the girls a technique I learned at one of my classes in Virginia Beach with alcohol inks through a stencil. Since this is stencil day, I thought I would share it. So I took a piece of Terraskin paper, which is a man-made paper. I think it's made from rocks. Or you can use Yupo, which is made out of plastics. And you spray it with alcohol. Lay the stencil on the alcohol. Then you take your alcohol inks and draw into the holes of the stencils. And use colors that'll blend so that it comes out pleasantly. But as you do this, you notice that the alcohol ink runs immediately underneath the stencil. But because you sprayed the alcohol, because you use the alcohol, it's going to give it a watercolory effect where it blended out. Oh, it's peeling some of the acrylic paint that was on the stencil off, but look how friggin' cool that looks, though. Woohoo! Mamacita, look at that. Look, can you see the metallics in that yellow? I don't know if it's showing up or not, but that is a really, really cool effect. That was a happy accident. All those bits of gold through there. Hey, Cherry. Trying to get this to hit the light right. But you do really see the stencil clearly. But isn't that cool? And this paper, I wish you could feel this paper. It's very slick, and it just, it feels almost like a fabric. once you get it wet like that. Oh, Jean, you'll love it. It really is cool stuff. But isn't that awesome? Let me see if I can go around the corner. If you only knew how the remote chance of this happening is. And see if I can find my stack of stuff from Virginia Beach that I did. Hang on. People, where the hell is it? Oh man. Ah crap, I thought I knew where it was, but apparently I do not. Daggone it. I really need to get working on this place down here. Shoot. No, I don't have it. I don't know where the hell I put it. But if I find it, I'll post pictures. But anyway, isn't that cool though? How that works? And it looks so, I wish I had the one I did because I used the poppy stencil. Daggone it. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Are they right here? They're under my schnoz, people. Right here. Hold on. Good Lord have mercy. This was one of the artists gave me this one herself that did the class. Kathy Taylor. Here it is. Here's the poppy stencil I did on Terraskin with that technique. It really looks cool. It looks like it's such a watercolored background. And the way that it stuck here and up here, it looks like it framed it. I really love how that came out. This one, the gold kind of schmutzed this one up. It was looking kind of cool, but the gold, I think, took away from it instead of enhancing it. This one came out pretty cool, I think. And then I just put the gold at the top. But aren't they cool? And this paper, I'm telling you, when you feel this paper, it is so cool. And these are just other stuff we did in the class. This was just a palette that we used. But alcohol inks are yummy. Kind of off topic. Shocker. This was just a practice play thing that we were doing when we got there. And this was too. That was just all schmutz and stuff. And this we did with hand sanitizer. Put hand sanitizer down and just rub it with your fingers all over the paper. Put alcohol inks on it, then sandwich it and pull it apart, and you get those sea corally veiny looks from the texture in your you know what I'm saying. And the jelly plate, the gelatin, hand gel. The Terraskin I just used says 150 pound, 25 pages, 8 point, 150 pound on the Terraskin. The Yupo, I don't know if that's got a weight or not, but I used the white. There's a white and a clear. 74 pound on the Yupo. That was just a landscape that I was working on. And this one I like. I like how that one came out. It's a really vibrant person. That was kind of a vertical landscape-ish thing. So, okay, I'm glad I found those, because that's a cool technique. And you can use it with your new stencils. Whew. Yeah, Denise, I can show you some more sometime. But this one, I really like how that came out. know if you can see the... I like that one. And here's the one we did today. Love. Okay, I'm going to put these away. Focus. Focus, focus. Woo. Oh, I do have one thing right here I want to show you. I was talking about that color earlier, that raindrop color that I used, that muted kind of a teal. And at the Remy retreat in Ocracoke last week, we did an abstract canvas with Jody Ohl. And I used that raindrop on here, the graphite charcoal in the jar of the Goldens, and white. And that's all that's on here. And I really like the way it came out. Oh, and some little bit of silver. I had some silver that I put in these little, see if you can catch the light there. There you go. But I really like the way this came out. You see little pops of silver and some texture lines I put there. And see all this black right here, these little stacks, this little black line? That's actually a feather I found out on the beach that I dipped the edge in the paint. I put it there, I put it around here. This whole long stack right here of lines is that feather, just kind of popping it down there. But I really like how this came out. I was really pleased with this one. And now to find enough wall space to put that rascal. How did you get the yellow behind the poppies? Rain, do you mean on the one I just showed you with the alcohol inks? Yes, Jean, it's concentrated in the holes of the stencil. Let me pull these out again. Right, you saw me put the ink in the holes of the stencil here, right? And thanks, Cherry. It maintains as you let it dry. I mean, if you took it off right away, it would just kind of all bleed together. But because you let it dry in place, it holds the shape of the stencil, and the brightness and darkness of those colors stay there. But since you sprayed the whole page with alcohol, then laid your stencil to it, that does two things. It helps the stencil suck down to the paper, but it also, when you drop that alcohol ink in, it's going to touch that a little bit of alcohol and suck through the back of it. And when it dries, you get that watercolory background behind the stencil, and that's what this is. I just used several shades of red, a couple shades of green, and a shade of yellow in that. And that's where all this fogginess around the stencil, that was all just bleed through, where the alcohol sneaked behind the stencil. And that's what it looked like when I pulled it off. But it looks to me like it's watercolored. It's really looks cool in person. Hopefully it's coming through that way. But yeah, so that's the deal. So, all right, see, this one's a blank page. I might put that in there anyway because I think it's such a cool page. We'll see. All right, let's get this party going here. I'm going to make a couple signatures. And I use my bone folder and just fold a bunch of pages in half. And then I go back and play with them to see what order I like them in. So when I open it up to a spread, I don't have something that on one page to the other is so insulting to my eye that I can't stand to look at it. I mean, they're not always going to go together perfectly. And that's part of the beauty of it. But you know, you figure with the purpose of this journal that I had in mind is that so many people have that fear of the white page kind of thing. No, thanks, Rain. I'm glad you have wall space. I'm telling you, running a little low on the wall space. But a lot of people will open up a blank journal that's brand new and think, oh, am I going to mess it up? It's so pretty like it is. And they just have that kind of fear of the white page. Well, me schmutzing up all these pages, and you, when you make yours, kind of takes that away. That's going to look kind of weird sideways poppies, isn't it? Put that on the side. And you have a place to start. Right? Now you can slap gesso over the parts that you don't like, or collage over it, or paint over it. You know, spray inks through another stencil over top of it, whatever you want to do. But it gives you a jumping off place to start. Rain, you're always so accommodating, trying to help a sister out. I was thinking about doing some of those and putting them on my Etsy shop, actually, because they were really fun to do. And abstract is my thing, because if I had to paint a bowl of fruit or a tree, just forget about it. It ain't gonna happen. And I also, when I put these together, I also want to have in mind that I don't want everyone to totally covered up. Some, you know, some like this, they already kind of have journaling spots on there. And some are more covered up that you'd want to start by, you know, knocking some of it back. So I like to put a variety in there. And that's what we're going to do. So where's my needle? Are you in there? Yes. Whoops, hang on. My linen. My scissors. Gonna need some beads. Crystal accents. Here's some of my beads left over from the project the other night. Oh, cool. Thanks, Denise. Yes, you are thoughtful, Rain. Bless your heart. So, let's see. Are these all ones? That's double-sided. I think all these other ones were single-sided. But some of them are kind of cool. All right. Okay, now for some reason I like to, where the hell did I put the book? Here it is. I like to kind of, when I do these, make the first page of a signature kind of match the inside of the book. And then I kind of like the spread in the center part. Oh, hello. Oh, there goes all the beads. Yay. Who didn't see that coming? And the center spread kind of looks kind of cool. And, you know, the pages in between, some of them are going to be kind of splotchy, some of them brighter, some of them have automatic journaling spots that I left alone. Some of them have more than one layer of stuff like this one. So I try to put them together, you know, with that kind of stuff in mind. And especially the front one and the back one. Oh, cool. Thanks, Cherry. I'm going to pay attention to what color goes on the outside of the back signature so that it looks decent with this back cover. Okay, Rain, take off. Do what you got to do, honey. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Now I'm just kind of in my head thinking what kind of maybe goes together kind of sort of good, what doesn't look too bad together. So I just shuffle and shuffle and reshuffle until I see spreads that kind of grab me, don't totally offend my eye. And sometimes what I'll do is flip one the other way if it'll make it work better. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one signature. See you on the flip side, Rain. And 1, 2. Got those purples going there. Kind of lines there and lines there. A little bit of orange with the teal never looks bad. 3, 4. Ooh, purple and orange, not sure about that. Oh, here we go. I got this. All right, there we go. Done deal. Put those on the side. Put this on the side. Oh, hell. What did I just tell you about matching the back cover? I totally don't know what I did with that print. It's that turquoisey color on those. Sweet Moses. Let's do this. And then we got purple and orange anyway. Do we care? There we go. Oh, fixed. Okay, I'm going to make this the third signature so that this orange is next to the, you know what, I'm going to put this inside out. So that this orange is next to the back cover, because that's always going to be there, right? Looks a little bit more complimentary to my eye. And we'll sew that one in last. So we're going to sew. Oh, I wonder what I did with my little template. I'll keep that in mind, Sandy. Well, I did have a template that I made that I don't have anymore. So I'm going to kind of cheat. And how am I going to cheat? I need a ruler. And I need a little pencil. There we go. So I know that the first hole is 3/4 up and 1, 2, 3/4 from the bottom. And the center, which is, so what is this, 8 1/2, so it's 4 1/4 is the center. Look about right. Let's see. Ah, I'm a genius. What the hell do you know? Okay. So I'm going to take my awl and I'm going to punch holes right through there on those marks through all 5 sheets, and kind of lay it on the side. If you don't use a book cradle, that'll help you get them right out on the spine. It's probably hard to see on that side, but you can see on here I got them right through the middle. How do you make your templates? I just, when I cut the folders down, scrap chick, I take a piece of the folder that's left and cut about an inch strip, and then I measure and just make the holes in it. I just use that piece of manila over and over again for a template, except for now, when I was in my panic of a cleanup this morning, I probably trashed it, but I'll just make another one next time I make a book. So now I pull, 2 feet maybe. That's extra. But I want to leave a tail, so it's longer than I really need. And I pinch this wax linen, because that wax linen will just flatten this needle out. And the needle, it has a hole that you could shoot a basket. Where the hell is it? There you go. It's got a hole you could shoot a basketball through, so it's really pretty easy to thread. Just pull a little bit through the needle. And then, grab the book, and I'm going to go now in the second or the center set of holes in the book and sew in this signature. So on the outside, I usually don't beat it until I'm done, but I did that for the demo on the YouTube. I come in through the outside, right? Pull the thread up, but I'm going to leave a tail to hang below the edge of the book, right? No exact measurements or anything, just leaving a tail, right? And then I'm going to grab the signature and come through the center hole of the signature. No, really, I am. Hello. There we go. Usually like I'm wrestling a wild monkey or something when I'm trying to do this. Pull that up, but don't suck your thread in. Just pull it up a little bit. And then I go up to the top, come through the signature, through the hole in the spine. Again, the wrestling the monkeys. I feel you. Where are you? Well, or do I? Hang on. I do this every time. It's like it never goes smoothly. I always have to. There we go. Oh. There you go. Oh, rascal. Snug that one up a little bit, but I don't make them really tight yet. Right? So now I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom hole on the outside. Find the center bottom hole. Come up through the book. And then go through the signature in the bottom hole. Now you want to kind of snug up what you got a little bit more now. Not too tight. Now you want to go back through the center hole, and I try to pull the linen off to the side so I don't pierce the linen. Going back through to the book, to the hole down here. Hello. There we go. See you, Jean. Okay. Thanks for joining in. Bundle up. It's chilly over here. So now I'm going to pull these both ways and kind of snug all this up in here. Still a little bit loose. Pull it a little bit tighter. Hang on. What's the urgency here? Good Lord. So now I want to have one of the tails, pulling the needle off, one of the tails on either side of this thread. And I'm just going to do a square knot, left over right, and then right over left. Tighten that up. Right. And then cut off one of the tails. Pretty close, because this linen, this isn't going anywhere. But I'm going to put a dot of glossy accents on that when I get finished to just like doubly secure that. And I'm going to leave this tail hang here. And then I'm going to do the same for signature number 3. So, put this way. No, we don't. I'm going to put it that way. It was right in the first place. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and make these same marks in here. So I know, when I did the cover 1 inch from the top for the holes. So I'm doing this at 3/4, so I have that little bit of play that the book is, or the pages are secured underneath the cover. Make sense? See what I mean? The cover's a little bit bigger than the book, so the pages are kind of protected. Let's see, what did you make the cover with? Yeah, I took a fat square of just cheap cotton and jelly printed the fabric. And you know, I realized it was funny after I did the videos for YouTube to match my article. I was wondering why it seemed so difficult printing that fabric, and then I realized when I did my other ones, I used my big 12 by 14 plate, and it covered a lot more of the fabric. Where this one, when I demoed it, I kept using the 8x10 plate, and it took more and more pulls to cover the fabric. But anybody late to the party here? I see a couple new names, I think, scrolling by. iStencils is offering a sale on my stencils, or their whole site actually, to celebrate my article in cloth, paper, scissors this month. So CPS20 is the code, 20% off the entire website. They have over 3,000 designs. That's good through Wednesday. And you get a free exclusive stencil of mine that is available to you when you order $25 or more before the discount. So take advantage of that while you can. And muslin, it's just, no, it's not really muslin. It's just a cotton. It's a, I thought I had another piece of it right here. It's just a thin cotton, cheap, fat, white square. Fat, cheap, fat, quarter, white cotton. That kind of hurt my head. Nothing fancy to it. Okay, the wax linen, smushing it down. Thread the needle. A few inches there. And now we're going to come into the back of the book in the third set of holes. And again, I'm going to go in through the center of the book. Well, there we go. Leave a tail. Hello, signature, where are you? Patty, I finally got told Jelly Play Art Store. Oh, good for you, Jean. Oh, you can use those smaller plates for stamping, using them as a rubber stamp. Jelly plane a pattern onto them and then use it as a stamp for whatever. Check out the Jelly Arts Scrap Chick. Check it on YouTube. Look at Jelly Arts, G-E-L-L-I-A-R-T-S, and look at their channel for their demos. And they demo the new small web plates they have, using them as stamps. It's really cool. Well, come on. This is never easy for me. I just, I always feel like I need 4 hands. Come on, I know you're there. Don't be stubborn. There we go. That might help. Whew. Lordy, lordy, lordy. All right. Snug this up. And go all the way to the bottom. Getting this stuff out of the way. In the bottom hole of the book cover. And through the bottom hole of the signature. Sheesh. Oh, shit, I took the needle off. Oop, oop, I said the S word again. Oh, poo-poo on me. All right, tighten that up a little bit. It's kind of sloppy. Where are we? Pull it in the way that you're sewing, and then you won't rip your holes. And then squeezing it back through the center again. Center hole of the book, or the signature rather. Center hole out the side of the book. Uh-oh. Oh, aren't you going to be a pain in my butt? Pulled through my tail. All right. You can watch a redo in progress. Yeah, it's wax linen. I have no idea, but you can You can find it at any craft store or find it online, any bookbinding kind of place, and just Google wax linen. I'm sure Etsy, a lot of Etsy stores carry it. Okay, I took that one out because I pulled my tail through the front hole. That was my first stitch where I left the tail dangle. Pulled the wrong ripcord. Remind me not to go skydiving. Alright, let's give it another go. I love it when you get to see screw-ups in progress. Alright, leaving the tail a little bit longer to try to avoid that faux pas. Through the center. Through the top. Through the bottom. Move this out of the way. I'm switching the book over so this looks like the top, but it's actually the bottom. There we go. I must not have cut this one as long as the other one. That must be part of the problem. There we go. And here, through the back. Come on, baby, work with mama. Whew, sweet Moses. Yeah, the wax linen is kind of expensive, but I tell you what, that's some good stuff. When you crank down a knot on it, it ain't coming out of there. Okay, now I'm going to take the two tails for this one and snug everything up. That one's still loose. That's this one here. Alright. Then one thread on either side. This way. Then this way. Cut off a tail. And now I got two more tails here to bead. And if you don't want to do the beading, just start your stitching from the inside and tie it off and you won't have these tails dangling there. So I'm going to carry on with these same bead colors that I had picked out here. I think they work pretty nicely with the cover. Oops. Yeah, I don't think skydiving is probably a good thing. Although I actually do want to do it. I think it would take 6 really healthy Marines to get me out of the damn plane. But I think once I actually was airborne that I might enjoy it. Although I would probably scream and knock the windows out of the plane on the way down. But it's always something that's been on my bucket list. But good God, I think at the weight I am now, I would look like a meteor hit when I landed. Well, perhaps my skydiving days have left me. But a girl can dream. I'm not putting these in any special pattern or rhythm to them. I think the other ones came out kind of random and looks kind of cute. So I'm just going to do these two pieces a little bit longer. And this takes a while, so it's not very exciting stream while you're watching me bead. But these are teeny tiny. It's funny, as tiny as these little beads are, the hole is still big enough to accept that wax linen very easily. Oh my God, years ago in a previous life with my ex-husband, we used to keep our boat in Hatteras on the Outer Banks, and we had friends that came down with us. And they had a 16-year-old son. Well, I was in my late 30s because I departed his company when I was 39. nobody was doing anything with the kids. So I was always kind of volunteering, like, yeah, I'll go with them on the jet skis. I'll go with them on this or that. Well, he wants to go parasailing, which I kind of always wanted to do. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So we go out on the Sound of Cape Hatteras, on the Pamlico Sound. It was kind of windy. And we went out. It was me and his mother and father, the kid, Brian, and I guess about 4 other passengers that were going to do it. We went off into the Sound, and they said, okay, who wants to go first? And by the time we get out there, then everybody kind of turns chicken. I said, well, hell, I'll go first if nobody else wants to go. So they got me all rigged up. Now, mind you, I was considerably thinner than I am now, even though I was never mistaken for a supermodel. Trust me on that. I've always been a plus-sized lady, let's say. But definitely meat on my bones. So they rigged me up in the sail and the harness and got me up on the platform, and off I go. So they dunked me in the water, you know, they let me float all the way down and dunk me in the water and pulled me back up and woohoo, all this stuff. Well, the wind's really picking up. A couple times when I was way up, they had me up, I think, 700 feet. And a couple times I got buffeted by the wind enough that I thought the parachute was going to, like, buckle and collapse on me. And it kind of startled me at first, and I thought, well, what the hell? I'm just going to land in water, and hopefully we'll open it up in the 700 feet before I hit the bottom. So, yeah, I might as well just enjoy it. So, my turn is over, and they go to bring me in. Well, don't you know that this weird vortex kind of thing of wind hits the boat, and as they get me close to the platform, the wind, it's kind of hard to describe without seeing me do this, but the wind grabbed the sail, tilted me sideways, so that instead of sitting in the harness this way, and this is the water, I'm now perpendicular to the water, and it whipped me all the way around to the bow, and it switched and grabbed the sail, it switched, and it pulled me all the way back around, and it got me in this whipping motion around and around, where I was passing everybody in the back of the boat sideways. Oh! I thought, well, I'm probably going to die here, so screw it. I'm going to live it up. I'm going out with a bang. And I was hollering stuff at the captain, like, I'm not paying any extra for this shit on one pass. And I'd go back and I'd see Brian and his parents had eyes like fried eggs, like, oh my God. I was screaming and laughing, and I did that about 5 or 6 times. And then they decided to let the line out again and let me get up higher and get out of that. And then they went to bring me back in, and they just let me drop into the water, right? So I'm dropped in the water. Of course, the parachute's over my head. Well, I've always been used to the water. I've been swimming and scuba diving and stuff since I was a little kid. And so I'm really comfortable in the water. So I get my head out from underneath there and swim over to the boat, laughing like a maniac. Thought I was going to drown, choking on water, laughing. So I get over to the back of the boat, and the back of the boat, it's really high freeboard to get up the back of the boat. And the captain says to the mate, hand me the ladder. And the mate's eyes kind of get big, and he said, give me the ladder. He said, I forgot it. It's on the dock. Okay. I said, well, you know, I'm game if you want to drag me in for the mile or whatever. And so they said, okay, no, we got an idea. Let's try putting you up again. See if you can get into like a pike position in the water. And when we put tension on the line, try to grab the harness and get your butt up out of the water with your legs up, and see if that chute will grab you up out of the water. So that's what we did. Christ, it would kill me now. That's what we did. And it did snatch me back up out of there. And got me back up. They let me up about 100 feet or so and checked the wind. So then they reel me back in. And they got the captain and the mate, both with the machine cranking me in and them trying the hand line, pulling me and the chute in on the platform. And when they got me close enough to the platform, they both, the captain hollered, grab her! And they both jumped up and they grabbed my harness and threw me on the deck of the boat and jumped on top of me to hold me there. Oh my God, I thought I would pee myself laughing. I was screaming. Everybody else was scared to death. I thought it was hysterical and could just imagine what it looked like. And the captain looked like he was going to have a heart attack thinking, oh my God, my first loss on this, doing parasailing. Oh my God, that was, got my money's worth out of that one. But that was my parasailing experience. And then when we finally got everybody, settled down and got the parachute in, apparently they didn't gauge properly for my weight, the size of the chute, and the wind velocity. But anyway, they got everything put away and they said, okay, who wants to go next? And then everybody looked like, uh-oh. So it took some convincing to see if anybody else wanted to go. And then I think only one or two of them went. The other one said, I think I'll pass. But, yep, that was my parasailing experience. So I'm not sure what could happen. I'm not sure what would happen with the parachuting. That could not end well, but what the hell? Go out with a bang. That's my theory. All right, I got a few little bigger beads down here I like to put on the end to kind of weight it down a little bit. Let's see what I got in here to match. I need to bring more from upstairs. That's kind of a happy little disc bead. That's one of my lampwork beads. Raku's always cool. That doesn't really match. Yeah, these little stones are kind of cool too. I'll grab one of those. That'll work. Copper, that might look pretty. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I had already paid before we left, Jean. But I was fine though. I didn't get hurt or anything. It was just, I thought it was hilarious myself, but I do have sort of a twisted sense of humor. Yeah, he did go up. Brian did go up. He was shaking in his boots, but I guess he didn't want to be the sissy where the old lady went and he was afraid to go, so. It was really cool while I was up there. Had to pass the time some way. Alright, put this bigger one on. And I'm going to put a little pink one on the bottom. So I try to end with a tiny bead so the knot is easier to stay on there. Because if you have a bead with a big hole, yeah, Denise, I was the only one that got the extra ride. They made an adjustment in their calculations after that. So anyway, see where I put this little tiny bead on here after the big bead? Because I don't want the hole, that big hole is going to suck up a knot pretty easily. So I'm just going to knot this now. And what I try to do, it's tricky sometimes, is take either the needle or the awl, and I try to get between the knot. It's hard to demo and see in here. Stick the needle in the bead hole with the thread, and then try to pull that knot, and it directs the knot down so you don't end up with a knot an inch away from the bead. It kind of lets you pull that knot right down. Watch, it won't do it this time. Right down close to the bead. I know it's not a very good view on this camera either because it doesn't have a zoom. There we go. And I just do a double one just to get some more bulk to the knot so it doesn't ever slip up that bead hole. And I don't have my needle in there now and it's not working. Hello. Pay attention. Follow your own demo. Alright, if you try to get this knot close to the bead in the first place, that's your best bet. And then try to knot it over the first knot. Then you got a little bit of bulk. Right? And then cut that puppy off. I'm going to put a little bit of crystal accents on that one too. And then we got one more. Oh, I've got to come up with another story. So, oops. Yes, in my previous life, actually before all this cancer crap happened to me, I was quite the fireball of energy and into everything until I was 49 when this finally got a hold of me. But I November 6th, next Thursday, is that right? Yeah, Thursday. I will be 8 years out cancer free. So that's a good milestone. Patty, can you thread the wax linen back through the large bead and not above the large bead? Can you, wait a minute, can you thread the wax linen through the large bead and knot it above the large bead? You don't have to knot the bottom. Oh, so it wraps around the bead? I guess you could. I'll actually do that to this bead because the hole is so big on there that I usually just tie that around it. Yeah, 8 years. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago. A few of my friends this month went for their mammograms and they came back questionable, where they had to go back for another repeat mammogram and ultrasound and possibly biopsies. But thank God everybody came out okay. I went with one of them and she was really worried about it, and God bless, she's fine. You got to do it. You need a smaller bead at the bottom of the large bead, and then bring it back through the large bead and knot it. You need a smaller bead at the bottom of the large bead. I do have that. And bring it back through the large... Oh! I think I see what you're saying. We'll give it a go on this one. So now, how should I do the giveaway? I hate that part. I like giving it away, but what a pain in the ass it is to figure out to do the random number of whatever, and oh God, it's a pain in the butt. So anybody got a good idea? I wonder if there's a list on Ustream. Jean, you would know this. Would it show my viewers that were listening and tuning in today for the stream somewhere in a log? I got way too many art supplies to snuff at any time soon, Jen. That's what I always tell Dave. I ain't going nowhere. I got too many damn art supplies. I ain't gonna snuff it anytime soon. See, look at all this help. What, you guys are so thoughtful. Oh, everybody's a comedian. Come on. I'm trying to read the screen while I'm trying to put these beads on. Not working. Thanks, Clam. That was a doozy. I don't know why. The closer I am to death, the harder I laugh. Because most of the time it's comical. Oops, I'm here. Did I lose you, Eileen? Let's see. That's good enough. One more. For good measure. I'll put an orange one there since I'm going to put the turquoise bead there. Alright, now let's see if I get what you guys are saying. So put on the big bead. And then put on a little bead. Oh. And then go back up through the big bead. Oh, look how smart you guys are. Look how smart you are. Hang on. Get out of there. Oh. And then I see what you mean. Just tie it off here. And that kind of hides the whole knot mess. Oh, look at you. You'd think I would have thought of that at some point, but no. Oh, thank you. Yay. I like that much better. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing against this cover, but I don't really have too much of an option there. Look at you guys with that smart idea. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to take my glossy accents. And I'm going to go back to this little knot right here. Put a drop on there. Drop on there. And what you can do is when you have that little stem sticking out there, can you see that even? I hate this camera that doesn't have a zoom. I wish they come up with a webcam that zoomed. There's a little piece of thread sticking up there. You can kind of mash it because the wax makes it kind of pliable, malleable, whatever word that is. And then you can kind of shape it like a little ball and then put that on there and it kind of looks like a little black ball. And I don't have to do it here. Well, I will do it up here because this one's kind of frayed a little bit. And there you have it, another jelly journal. Hey, Molly, thanks for joining. A virgin. God love her. So, so Molly, here's the, I don't know if you're aware, where the hell did I put it? But I have a line of stencils with iStencils, and lost my train of thought because I saw something interesting. Hang on. Your Logitech webcam zooms. That's what I'm using, but mine doesn't have a zoom. And I looked for one that had a zoom, but it doesn't. I couldn't find one. What model is it? Download an app called Webcam Setting. It will zoom your camera even on a Mac that I use. You know what? I think you told me that before, Jean. All right, I'll have to look into that. So anyway, cloth, I have my article in Cloth, Paper, Scissors this month. And to celebrate that, Sherry at iStencils is offering everybody a 20% discount. Using this code CPS20, you get 20% off your entire purchase. It's good through Wednesday, starting today through Wednesday. And if you spend at least $25 before discount, you get a free exclusive 8x10 stencil of mine. So, really a good deal. See the C910. I don't know what model mine is. I don't want to mess with it now, because you know how that's going to end. stitch. So many hobbies. I'm reading. I didn't have a stroke again. I'm just reading the chat. The giveaway is, for the stencils, the exclusive stencil is this new one called Dots and Dashes, but it's an exclusive that you'll get with a $25 purchase. But I am doing a giveaway, and I'm going to give away this jelly journal that I just made. Yes. Yep, the jelly journal. And I just finished beading it and sewing in the other two signatures. If you watch my YouTube videos that go along with the Ustream demo, I didn't finish it on there. I just demoed each process. So it's finished now, and there you have it. So now I got to figure out how to give the damn thing away. What is your name, Arjoy? Are you Rejoice? Are you Joyce? I'm so bad at remembering all these screen names with what their people's real names are. My tea is like iced tea now. Thanks, Carrie. So I just got to figure out how to give this sucker away. I'll have to work on that. But I definitely think it should be to someone who joined the stream and took 3 hours out of their life to watch my craziness. Eileen, you said that out loud. Not going to be so random. Yeah, so I got a few minutes left. I'm thinking that's when I tap my fingers. I'm thinking how I'm going to do the giveaway. I'll probably have to do it and come back later. Oh, thanks, Lizard. What's your real name, Lizard? I ain't calling you Lizard. Unless, of course, that's your name. Oops. So, let me see if I can find... What the heck else did I do lately? Somebody said they wanted to see what I did at the retreats. I knew you did, Bliss. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000. And then what? You guys pick a number? Hey, Miko. Skip to Malula. Oh, I'm glad you're here live. Another virgin. Did you get the discount code for the sale on iStencils? It's CPS20. Oh, okay, Liza. Cool. CPS20 gets you 20% off the entire site for the newcomers that are coming in. Or maybe you've been here a while and you just now went on the chat. I don't know, but I don't want anybody to miss that. You can go on the web, Kimberly, about the retreats. The Remy retreat, this is, just go to Google and type in this. And you'll see it come up. You'll find their blog and how to get in that one. The other ones I go to are Art and Soul retreats. And Create is another one. It's Create Mixed Media. Now I've gone to Art and Soul and Create for a number of years. Remy, this was the first year they actually did it. That was more what I would call a retreat. The other places are fun and nice and have their own place, but it was classes at a hotel. You go to class, you go eat, and there's nothing else to do. Here we had only 8 students and 3 teachers and a den mother in this big house. In Ocracoke, right on the water and the Sound. They cooked all of our meals, carried in your bags, carried out your bags, anything that you needed was taken care of. Hot baked snacks every day, warm breakfasts. It was really, really nice. It was a retreat for sure. Really remote, cool island that time forgot. A lot of nice history and stories and really cool. Cool stuff. They're doing the Rema retreats next May, and then the one in October again. They just started, this year was the first year. We went to the second ever one. The first one was in May, and this was the second one they ever did that we went to. And now they're going to do them again in 2015. So the spots are limited. So you got to jump on that puppy if you want to get on that train, because they do it that way purposely, so they can have more one-on-one time. And everybody fit in this house. Everybody, you know, there's rooms for everybody and fun stuff. But somebody else was talking about stuff that I've done lately, wanting to see. We only got a few more minutes, so let me see if I can, oh, sweet Moses, find something. I showed you the painting I did in Jody's class. I mean, you don't even know what I'm telling you. This is a mess. It's a mess like on crack mess. Okay. I'll show you a couple of these things. Take up the last few minutes. Okay, so you know I've been crazy about these polymer clay tiles. I did this little piece, I guess it's been a couple weeks ago now. I don't know how well it's going to come in, but I had this little wooden frame that I got at Michael's and just tiled it with my polymer clay tiles and some glass tiles, right? And see if you can, what you can see on that. And I put this little dangle with this eyeball at the bottom. I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of goes with my one-eyed gal at the top. Put this little raised moon face on there. And then grouted it with little tiny purple micro beads. I don't know if you can see that or not. And the spaces that don't meet just right, I use those for grout. There's that one. And then the metallic you use on that. On the tiles, you mean, Susan? Well, there's all kind of stuff. There's foil. There's silver foil. And there are platinum pigments that I used on some black clay. And the glass has an iridescence to it, so I'm not really sure which part you mean. It's probably the foils that you're seeing, or maybe the iridescence in some of the glass pieces, like here, here, and here, and this, right? And then I did this one, which remind me never to do this again. This oval one was a pain in the ass. I gotta go back with black and cover up the little glue mark on there. But to get all these edges for the shape, to hack those off, ay. Shoot me now. But I do like the way it turned out a lot. And this was a picture frame, but I took the frame out right? And just painted the insert black, and then I had this mold that I made out of clay. It's a woman, like a goddess with dolphins and feathers, and that's two of my favorite things, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then it's beaded with a teal glass micro bead. And that one groovy, did that. And then this was another thing we did in Jody Old's class. She did two classes down there. And we just did like some of her whimsical stuff in bright colors. And I need some more practice on this. I'll show you, but it's not my finer work, but it's fun and cheerful. But this is one of the classes we did with Jody. Right, and then this one's the one that I really like. And I showed you this earlier, but I know there's some new girls joining in. And this one, I really like the detail in this. I don't know how much you can see on this camera. I got to get that app because I really need to zoom. I love my YouTube camera zooms really micro fine zoom on that one. There's really a lot of interest and texture in this. I don't know if that's coming through or not for you guys. Some silver in there. And a lot of layers and texture. But I really do. I gotta take something off the wall and find a place for this one because I really like that one. The micro beads, I use the glossy accents in the holes between the tiles. Whenever there's a hole there that's not, you know, kind of a gaping little hole, I put that in there, and that helps. Stick it on there. I saw it earlier. Canvas has an Asian feel. Oh, yeah, I guess I can see that. I really like the fine details that came out with the feather that I used. And then this one I used a wooden skewer with black paint. I don't know if you can see that there or not. These little lines like this. And just let it kind of drift, dropping it out of my hand and let it fall where it was falling. But I like it. Oh, yeah, Donna, that might go in there. That's a little gray or blue. I could make one that would go in there. I could put this in our bathroom. Our master bath. Okay, so how do I give this damn thing away? Running out of time. I got 12 minutes. I don't know how many people we got online here, but I know some people had to go. So what's the fair way of doing it? It does look wintry, Dorothy. That's what I think. It's very cooling. It looks very cool and icy to me. It's got a lot of subtle stuff in it with these similar colors. Until the light hits it right, you don't really see like the numbers with the silver spray over there. I don't know if that's hitting you or not. But only a certain way you see it, and all these little slashes with the silver. It was fun. I'll be making more of those. Mount Rushmore, is that over here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can see that. Thank you. I need to put a sealer on this. I haven't sealed it yet. But I will do so today. Go type the number in the chat and we put in one number. So write down a number. I can do that. Then type go. Okay. All right, let's do it that way. What the hell? And I'm going to lay this coupon code thing up here so you can see that. And don't forget about that goodness. Oh, wait, we got 10 minutes left. Watch me. We'll run right to the end of it. Give me a pencil. Okay. There's not that many of us here, I don't think. So let's make it between 1 and 100. How about that? All right, I'm going to write it off camera so nobody can see my hands writing the number. Okay, I have the number. Pick a number between 1 and 40. Write it down so I can't see it. Type in the chat. Everyone gets the numbers first. When I close myself, the number wins. Okay, well, I did it, but I already did it. We'll do it between 1 and 100. And go. Start typing in numbers. 1 to 100. 1 to 100. A couple of them are pretty close. 1 to 100. Anybody else? I want to give everybody a shot at getting a number out there. So you guys didn't tell me when to call it. To stop taking the numbers. I'll let it roll a couple more minutes because I got 8 minutes left on my stream. So we'll let it roll. Everybody picks a number. It's pick a number between 1 and 100. A number between 1 and 100. That's all you got to do. That figures. Oh, Lord, it's my mom.
Call from Maryland.
Okay, I'm going to give you like another 30 seconds or so, then I'll type stop. Between 1 and 100. Anybody else? Okay, we get everybody? I hope. Then we'll, if there's ties, we'll pick another, we'll do another one like 1 to 10. But I don't think there were. Okay. I hope everybody's in there because we're running out of time and I'm going to say stop. Okay. So, let me scroll back up here. Okay. Oops, hang on. Here's my number. 11. And there was a 12 by Kim Byrne. Where are you? Lucky number 12. Kim, you around still? I guess it's Kim. Maybe it's not even Kim. KM Burn 27-1. Okay, now we're really screwed. Now which rule are we going by? What was the rule you said, Jean? Okay. Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was Mickey. I was thinking the one closest to it, but I remember you said without going over. So, Mickey, you little rascal. Here's whoops, hang on. Well, I can't type. Mickey, email me your address at that email address. And I'll get her to you. Yep, number was 11. Oh, you're the proud owner. I'll try to get it into the mail to you before I leave this week. Congrats. I hope you like it. Okay. I guess we'll be wrapping it up then, ladies. I hope you take advantage of the sale with iStencils. Well, you can. It's till Wednesday, so you got a lot of time. Cool. It's a wrap. Thanks for listening in, Donna. You're welcome, ladies. Autograph it. Thanks so much, ladies, for joining in. I appreciate it. Have a great Saturday. Bye, Dorothy. See everybody. Jean. I know. I'll try, Jean, but it is going to be a while because I'm going to be leaving soon out of town again and won't be back until the weekend of the 15th. Great. I'm glad you did. Oh, thanks, Pam. Bye, everybody. Catch you on the flip. And Mickey, you got my email address, correct? You're welcome, everybody. Thank you. You bet, Molly. Thanks for joining in, Skip. See you, Jean.